Hey everybody, thanks for following us down this rabbit hole with Clive and Jane Urquhart, incredible leaders, I will add, of the Kingdom Faith movement, of churches, and all kinds of great things have happened in the UK as a result of these guys and their family, and I just have all the respect in the world for them. If you have not seen any of the other little questions that we've gone over, they're just really short. I would encourage you to go back and watch some of those questions. We've covered a lot of ground already. We've talked about the book of Romans. We've talked about the meta-narrative of the kingdom. We've talked about the Israel of God. And now we are going to be talking about the impact that Maoz Israel, which is the parent company behind Why Israel, the impact that they had, especially through Ari and Shira, the former leaders of Maoz, the parents of the current leaders, Kobe and Shani's parents. So, Clive and Jane, can you go ahead and unpack for us what impact did Maoz have on Kingdom Faith?
Yeah, the first time we met Ari and Shira, they spoke about the first fruits, or Israel being the first fruits of God, and what that means through the Old Testament. And what we really understood was that God made his covenant promises with Abraham, obviously then led to Israel becoming a nation and the Jewish people becoming a people, and how through God's kind of sequence of events and how he's out working things, he called them first so that he could show them who he was, to then show himself through them to the rest of the nations. And so linked with that, the teaching through the Old Testament that when the Jewish people gave the best, the first of their harvest, or the first of themselves, or the first of their worship and all of that, when they put God first in everything, the fruit that then happened in them as a nation and as a people in terms of walking with God. And then you bring that into the New Testament, and Paul teaches in Romans 1:16 that he's not ashamed of the gospel because it's the power of God for the salvation of all who believe, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile. And so we understand that God's purpose is to the Jew first, then to the Gentile. So that understanding of how to pray for the Jewish people, to build relationships with the Jewish people, to pray for the nation of Israel, to build relationships there, but also financially to also give to people in Israel that are really seeking to share the gospel in their own nation. And so to the Jew first, first fruits and what that then means. And that if we do things God's kingdom ways, then we then are blessed as well. We don't do it to be blessed. We do it because it's the principles of the kingdom. And if you live the principles of the kingdom, then you will be blessed and you will be fruitful in that way. So that massively impacted us. It was a brilliant teaching that put a lot of things into perspective for us on our own journey.
Yeah, they came to the church here to bring that word, and it did help people in their understanding and encourage us to just see everything in a new way. And like Clive said, to be able to give. So having them come and speak was excellent.
Yeah. It just gave us God's perspective in a new way. It's great.
A lot of people don't even know, but Maoz is the Hebrew word for strength or for fortress. Yeah. And really their heart is to make believers strong in Israel. And they're doing it. This whole thing of all Israel being saved, they are making huge inroads to make that a reality. And I love the fact that I get to do this for my job. I get to talk about Maoz. They're my friends, and guys, we really appreciate that, because the same way that they've had an impact on Kingdom Faith, we're hoping that they're able to impact lots of churches across the UK. So please do get in touch if you're interested in having somebody from Maoz come over. And thanks very much. We've got one more conversation coming up, which is all about how churches can engage with the Jewish community in their locality where they are. This is something that I know Clive and Jane are passionate about. They're already doing a great job. So come back and watch that final interview in just a second. Click the link.